Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video on the expression number 5. Now, before I start off, in case you don't know much about numerology, there are 4 main core numbers that make up you, that tell you who you are, what you're evolving towards, what your skills are, what your personality is, these 4 core numbers. Then there are many other element numbers that add extra flavors to who you are as a person, and extra little talents and abilities and potentials that you can use to help you achieve your life path. Now, your life path is by far the most important number in your chart. Every other number is there to serve your life path. Your expression number exists to help you achieve your life path, because your life path is your mission for this lifetime. It's the next step in your development. It's the reason why you are here. So your other elements in your chart, like your expression number, your soul urge, and all the other numbers that I'm going to talk about in other videos, are all there to serve the master. They're there to serve the king, which is the life path. If you were going to take it down to percentages, which I think, just gives you a general idea of the importance. Okay, so you've got the life path number that I consider the overarching. It is the all important. But for percentage sake, it's about 40% of your core. Okay, but it should be the main goal of your core. Then your expression number is your second most important number. That's what I'm going to talk about today. This number is the skills, abilities and talents that you brought with you solely to support your life path number, to achieve your life path in this lifetime. And that's the second most important number in your chart. And then 20% influence, the third most important number, is your soul urge. And then 10% is your birthday number. But the birthday number, I very much tack onto the life path, because they're both lesson numbers, and it's the lessons you're here to achieve that matter the most. Right, so what I'm going to talk about today is, if your name added together reduces down to a 5, then I'm going to talk to you today about the talents that you brought with you in this lifetime to support your life path. So, looking at the number energies, the 1 energy channels that new idea from spirit. They're the one that all ideas already exist in the universe. We don't come up with these new ideas. We simply vibrate correctly by what we do and our attitudes and our focus on what we do. When we vibrate correctly, we channel. When we relax ourselves down and we commune with source, we channel those new creative ideas. And that's what the 1 energy is all about. Initiation, creation, bringing something new and groundbreaking, and then leading others to the fruition of that idea. The energy of the 2 nurtures that new idea. They take the new idea of the 1, they nurture it, they plan, they draw people together to build a team to help towards the fruition of the goal. So the 2 very much nurtures the idea of the 1 energy. Then you have the 3 energy, which expresses that idea to the world. It's been thought of, it's been planned, the team's been built, and then the 3 shows it to the world. They express it to the audience, whether they do it with their words, with their art, with their body, with dancing or acting or making, building, however you express yourself. If you're for the energy of the 3, is very much showing the world the idea in real time. It's like bringing the idea from the clouds, planning it, nurturing it, putting its coat on, getting it ready, and then taking it outside to see the 3 energy and show the world. And then those 3 dynamic forces, they're never going to come to anything. They're always going to be quite dynamic, quite chaotic, until the 4 energy is brought into play. The 4 energy puts stability. They put the stability and the security round the outside of the dynamic forces, so that they can grow and build and be stronger. Every idea needs a strong base around it. Otherwise, it has nothing to grow from. It's like throwing an idea or a seed onto gravel. It's not going to grow there. It needs to be thrown somewhere good, somewhere wholesome, somewhere strong, somewhere secure. something that's going to help them build security and a strong foundation. Without that strong foundation, no idea is going to leave the starting gate. It's always going to stay in the clouds, and it's never going to manifest on earth until the 4 gives it the security it needs to survive. The 5 energy takes that idea, is adventurous and variety. They like to take that idea and further expand it around the world to meet more people, communicate to more people. The 5 energy is an amazing communicator, an expander of the audience. They very much take that idea and take it from a community, and they take it more global. They show more people, they talk to more people, and it's a very charismatic energy. And that creates like an expanded community. The 6 nurtures and looks after the expanded community, whether it be where they live, the home they live in, even where they work. Very much the nurturer. They bring responsibility and security and nurture to the group. Okay, so I'm not going to keep on going because I'm on the 5, so I'm not going to keep on going because I could go on that forever and we'll have this video in for an hour. Right, so working out your expression number, Katie Louise Ewers. Okay, so I always take each name, so it's the full name on your birth certificate, can't be a nickname, can't be a name you were given afterwards. It has to be the name that, as per written on your birth certificate, because that is the contract that you arranged with your spirit guide when you came. You know, then the vibration of your name is what holds your talents, and that is what you telepathically asked your parents to give you before you were born. You didn't tell them what name to give you, you just told them what you wanted your name to vibrate as. So this person, Katie Louise Ewers, it might be me. I decided that I wanted to come with the talents of a communicator. So how I worked out my expression number was I do Katie, add it all up and then reduce it down. And then I do Louise, add it all up, as you can see here, reduce it down, and so on. So Katie, so the energy of the K is 2 plus 1 plus 2. So I've taken all the energies from each of the letters, K-A-T-I-E, 1, 2, 9, 5, added it together, got 19. 19 is not a master number, so I'm going to keep reducing. 1 plus 9 equals 10, not a master number. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So Katie, my first name, reduces down to a 1. Then middle name Louise, again, the L is a 3, the O is a U. The O is a U, the O is 6, the U is 3, and then added all the numbers together, got 27, not a master number. So I carried on reducing until I got to a 9. I did the same with Ewers, the surname, until I reduced down to a 4. And then finally you add the reduced numbers together, the 1, the 9 and the 4, and that gives you 1, 4 reduced down to a 5. So I have an expression number 145, which is actually a karmic debt, which I'm going to talk to you a little bit about in a moment. But because I know me, I very much relate to this karmic debt that is my 30% of my core and very much my talent number. So expression number 5, your talent is very much about attaining freedom using focus and discipline, because naturally you're very into variation, and at the start of your life it is important that you've got to see all your options before you can decide, right? So you might start off experiencing a lot of things. You're very adventurous, you love travel, you love meeting new people, doing new things. You can be a bit of an experienced junkie, but there has to come a time where, as you learn from all the experiences and all the varied adventures you've had, to bring them together and go, how can I focus this? What certain topic, adventure, activity, task, specialism would I like to look at in more depth? Because freedom comes through studying something to such a level that you have so much knowledge that it gives you the freedom that you need. When you're the specialist, you're very much freer You know, you could run your own business, you can more work when you want to, people see you as a specialist, but you very much start with variation, adventure and travel and seeing new things, and you love experience. But what you're actually talented at, as well as experience, is that ability to choose something from your absolute loads of topics of interest and focus that topic of interest down. And I'm going to cover all that yet again in a minute. Love repeating myself. So as I said, you're here to further expand and communicate your specialism. You're an amazing communicator if you're in expression number 5. They write and speak with charisma and talent. You know, that's what they do the best. But you must balance, and you should be talented at, and or incorporating in your life a balance between the discipline and focus and the security of the family, and balancing that with wild change and a bit of variety. You don't want to cut wild change totally out of your life, but you do need to balance the two. And as an expression number 5, you have the talent to do this much more effectively than any other expression number, to really focus down and create that specialism that works for you, that fascinates you, that burns in your heart. Freedom and responsibility go together. You know, if you're irresponsible, you lose your freedom, right? If you're irresponsible, you either go to prison or you become ill. You're not free when you're ill. You can't leave the house. You know, the two go together. Responsibility. Freedom brings responsibility. When you're free to do what you want, you're responsible to use your power wisely. That is another thing that you are good at doing and need to make sure you do to achieve your life path, to help support your life path. Reconciling, integrating, focus, discipline with freedom. Because when you focus and you have discipline and you work hard to achieve something to a specialist level, the world is your oyster, and you are that free. You have that freedom that you've always been looking for. You use discipline to achieve freedom. Freedom in its fullest expression is self-mastery. It's specializing in a certain skill to such an extent that you are the master of that skill. And that brings a certain kudos and freedom to your life, and definitely a lot of financial freedom. You have inner freedom that manifests as self-reliance and independent action. You like to go off on your own, do your own thing, quite happy to go traveling by yourself and adventuring by yourself. But you love people too. You prefer to have people around you, but you're a very free spirit. But you found, if you're a very developed expression number 5, you found that inner freedom through discipline, through focus, through depth of experience. You know something so well that it has brought you freedom in its fullest extent. But again, this could be a difficulty because you are easily bored. You do love variation, and you are always working to keep that balance between wild variety and security, commitment and focus, because they are both needed in your life. You don't need to kick the variety totally out, but you do need to focus and make sure that you are persisting through boredom, because focus is vital. And being in expression number 5, you should be really, really good at doing this, unless you're on a negative. And sometimes we're not always on a positive. Sometimes we vibrate at a negative too. So you need the ability to balance variety, change and adventure with the stability of family and skill mastery. Okay, it's really important. You can be totally spontaneous and take risks. You can jump from one experience to another. And, sometimes you can struggle to settle and progress. But once you focus on something, on one of those things that you love and take it to mastery, that is when freedom will occur. And that will happen more when you're really focusing on balancing. You don't always want to be here, there and everywhere. You have to have some focus. You have to put down some roots somewhere in order to achieve the freedom that your heart really, really wants. You have the ability to attain. You've got that ability already there to attain freedom, outer freedom and inner freedom, and we confuse freedom by, if we do things we don't want to do, we associate that with not being free. But doing what you want doesn't necessarily bring freedom. It'd be really nice. I'd really want to eat chocolate all day, but would that bring me freedom, or would it bring me a fat belly and illness and not being able to leave my bed because I'm so fat? That doesn't help me be free, does it? I've done what I want, but I've been a slave to my own desires for freedom. I haven't gone about freedom the correct way. So being free is not always about doing what you want. It's about focusing on something to achieve freedom in reality, not just rebellion. Doing what you want against other people can just be rebellion. And I know a lot about that. I'm an expression 5. I'm a total rebel with everything. Your excellent verbal and written communication skills, charismatic sharing of ideas, stories related to your specialism. You're very talented at that, very good at doing that. You have the ability to be extremely committed, extremely dependable, to do what you're saying, to do what you say you're going to do. However, you do have a bit of, you can be chaotic, when you're not focused, when you're not properly disciplined, you can be a bit forgetful, chaotic, scattered. You don't mean to let people down. You're just so focused sometimes on other things, and your brain is so full of other things that you forget what you've told someone you will do, and they can then sometimes see you as a bit irresponsible and undependable, but you don't do it on purpose. You're just, when you're not focused, when you're not in that state of focus and commitment, you can be a bit scattered and forgetful. Nobody's perfect, but you have that ability to focus to the point to achieve freedom. You've got that ability there, and you're always fighting to balance that. Remember, fighting the balance between wild variety and security, family and discipline. You need to balance that. You're a fearless person. If you're an expression number 5, you do not like people trying to scare you, and you're fearless. You take risks. You're quite brave, and you like to help others to be brave too. You don't like people being fearful, and you will always help others bring out their inner strength and be strong and assertive and say who they are in an appropriate manner, of course. I love this. It's like you don't have a comfort zone. Sometimes people think, does this person not have a comfort zone? And, you're quite good at challenging other people's comfort zones too. Some people run away from you because they're too scared to have their comfort zone challenged. But, some people are inspired by the way you challenge them to get past their fear and their, break out of their comfort zones a little bit. You have an amazing energy and drive. But if you, with all that energy and drive, the problem is if you feel restricted or underconfident, or even little things in the world like delays and red tape and restrictions and procedures and policies. Can you see I'm in expression number 5, and I really, really detest that kind of thing, because that is my expression number. Petty restrictions annoy me, petty rules annoy the hell out of me. And if I feel restricted or, sometimes underconfident, I can be a bit restless. I haven't been a drama queen since I was a child, I don't think, but you might have to ask my partner on that one. Use your energy for experience and adventure. Be courageous. That's what I'm trying to do more of. But I'm making sure that whatever energy I use for experience, I'm ensuring that my experience, my adventure, and my courage directly links to and supports my life path 7. Spiritual teacher. If I'm going to use the ability to communicate, it's going to be to support my life path 7. You see how it all links together. So what else do you bring? I've already said a lot of this, but I do like to repeat myself, as you know. Creative writing, drawing, excellent communicator, amazing storyteller. You'd be a good salesperson, good at selling ice to the Eskimos, good in business, PR, advertising, even management. Good with people. You have amazing social skills. You're charismatic. You draw people to you and they network with you. You expand the audience, you know, because you can speak with people from all backgrounds. You know, you're the life of the party, always up for a laugh. You inspire people, you motivate people to find their own freedom. You learn lessons through experience and encourage others to do the same. You're refined, you're intuitive. You've even got a clairvoyant potential if you can sit and relax and calm yourself long enough to breathe and connect with source. You've got amazing intuitive potential. You prefer a flexible schedule, definitely. They're quite individualistic at times. You know, it doesn't mean you're uncompassionate, but you think about a lot about what you're going to do and a lot about your goals and where you're going next. Sometimes you can be a bit non-committal and non-attachment, love change and love being unconventional and shocking people. You know, fives love to do that. Very much a rebellious free thinker, a mover and a shaker, a director and a writer of your own movie. I love that. I direct and I write my own life. I don't like being told what to do. Very stubborn. Don't like being, no, not having anyone tell me what to do. Positive zest for life, live with passion, adventure, breadth of experience, but you need depth, but very much about breadth of experience, pleasure seeking, pleasure loving, sensual, travel, adventure, variety, very adaptable, very versatile, like dynamic, quick, fast, talkative environments, resourceful, motivated. You love progress, you love activity, getting things done. You're courageous, you're brave. What else can I say? Very, very, very dynamic number. But when you struggle, of course, you're going to be very unfocused, very changeable, quite impulsive, not committing to anyone or anything. And this is what stops you from achieving your own freedom, is your inability to focus on one thing to bring freedom into your life. Flaky, unreliable, undisciplined. You need to develop all this in order to attain your freedom. So many possibilities, so little time. You know, too many things to do, too little time to do it in. Depth, not breadth. Jack of all trades, but a master of none. No freedom because you haven't looked at something for long enough for you to be able to create that mastery that will bring you the freedom that you desire. You're quickly bored with routine and predictability, which, you know, it's not good for you doing a mainstream job because, again, you hate predictability, you hate routine, and you hate being told what to do and having to go to a job at the same time every day, or going through the same traffic. You're restless, you're uncommitted, you're easily bored, uptight, wired and argumentative sometimes, I know that. Can be addicted to experience, taking risks to escape boredom. I hate being bored. Swing between dependence and independence. I'm sort of more swing towards being too independent at times, but you know, a lot of fives swing between dependence and independence, and I'm a bit of I can do it myself kind of person. Even though I know total independence is an illusion, I like to think that I can do things for myself. Some fives look for adventure through travel, through books, through film. I don't mind a good adventure comedy film, but I prefer to actually go out and do it. But some fives like to read about it as well, watch films on it, especially if they haven't got the confidence to actually get out there and experience it. So, you know, it's all good to watch adventure films, read adventure books, but make sure you're experiencing it too. Don't have that just as you know, instead of experiencing life. Add it to your experience of life. You know, a lot of fives are quite unconfident and they use books and television to bring them that excitement that they haven't got the confidence to go and get themselves. You don't want to do that. Get out there, fives. You love self-indulgent. You're very hedonistic. You like having fun. You like enjoying yourself. But doing what you want isn't necessarily freedom. Eating what you want. You know, doing things that you want to do isn't necessarily good for you. You know, freedom isn't just doing what you want. In fact, doing what you want can often take your freedom away. And I'm not just talking about the law. I'm talking about how you treat your body and everyone else around you. So think on that. Freedom is not just doing what you want. You hate restriction. You're fearful of it. And I get really stroppy when there's really petty restriction. So airports really get on my nerves. I love to travel, but airports, really? Can somebody just take them out of the equation and just put me on a plane? Anyway, can be quite bossy and controlling and angry. I used to be more like that, but I'm trying to calm that now. I can get a bit annoyed, but definitely not bossy, not anymore. But again, my husband might disagree there. Anyway, bit of a drama queen to alleviate the boredom, maybe as a child more so. I'm hoping I've got a lot calmer since then. I can be a bit argumentative if I'm a bit stressed, if like some petty things are getting in the way of me getting things done. I can get a bit grr and argumentative, like a lot of fives can. But you know, involvement in relationships, you can sometimes feel you can get involved with people that restrict your independence, or you can feel that these people are restricting your independence. You're very much working with that. And you can imprison yourself with your own fears and doubts. You know, fear is a choice at the end of the day. Danger is out there, as Will Smith says very, very eloquently. One of his quotes were, danger is very, very real and it's out there, but fear of that danger is a choice. And that really, really stuck with me, because fear is a choice. You know, danger, yeah, that's there. But fearing that danger is a choice. If you're on balance, you can be a bit over-independent, and sometimes I can be a bit over-independent, do-it-myself kind of person. Obsessively focused or dependent, lazy and directionless. I need dietary discipline. Yeah. I very much need dietary discipline because, you know, the 5 can be very do what you want. But again, I cannot stress enough, doing what you want doesn't necessarily bring you freedom. Sometimes it can bring you imprisonment and ill health. So freedom doesn't come from doing what you want. Freedom is discipline and focus. That's where it comes from. So that was the core element of an expression number 5. But very rarely are you just a 5. You could be just a 5. Your name might add up to 5. And then that's it. You're just an expression number 5. And all the talents that I've just been chatting about are what you are and what you need to do. You can stop this video now if you really want to. But if you're interested, or if you are a 145 or a 505 or one of these other expression numbers, please listen on, because I'm going to go a little bit focus on your specific expression number. So 145, this is my expression number. It holds a karmic debt. So it arises from previous lifetimes when your freedom was abused. So you were a slave or a prisoner in a previous life. So in this lifetime, because you were so restricted in this lifetime, you need to be able to adapt, and you can adapt to ever-changing circumstances, unexpected events, anything that needs flexibility. You have the potential, as I keep on about, to be a slave to your own freedom, abuse drugs, alcohol, food or sex, and think that's bringing you freedom when actually it's taking your freedom away from you. The key to transcending this particular one, though, even though commitment is high on every 5's agenda, is commitment, but more so for the 145. It's being able to commit in changing circumstances and make things happen. So if you're a 145 and you're behaving at your very, very best, if you've completely transcended the expression number 145, you've achieved inner and outer freedom, all from being totally focused and committed in a disciplined way to one particular task, activity, specialism, focus or idea. One thing that you can focus your energy on that has the potential to bring you freedom. And if you're vibrating at a high level, you've already committed to that specialism. You've learned from varied experience in your past, and you've adapted a step-by-step disciplined approach to achieve your goals now. You know, you've decided where you want to focus your goals and your specialism, and you're taking steps to achieve that. Your focus on the mastery of one subject to achieve that freedom of choice that you so want to have. You communicate your ideas to the world with immense skill and amazing charisma, and you're very planned and you're very innovative. You know, that's if you're an expression number 145. So you're looking at committal. committal to a subject, having a plan, a focus, and using your innovative ideas to help you, and then communicate that with the world. This will bring you the future that you really want from life. Did I say future, or the freedom that you really want from life? So as an expression number 235, this is not a karmic debt. Same as the 5 expression, you learn and you're talented at learning and discovering through depth, breadth, but also depth of experience, discipline, focus, setting priorities, having the discipline to achieve your goals. That will bring you freedom. But to achieve this, a 235 uses the 3 and the 2 energy. This being your most important number, the 3 being your most important step to your talent, and the 2 being just the lesser most important. So always go from right to left, unless it's a master number, of course. So to show your talent in the 5, to have that specialism and the priorities and the goal setting and achieving that freedom, you need to do that by expressing your specialism with charisma and emotional expression to bring in an audience, but also working alongside others one-to-one and in groups in service to help bring it to reality. So the 235 expression, I think, has an incredible social skills. The 2, the 3 and the 5 are the most talented social numbers in numerology, and you have all 3 in your talent number. 5, 3, 2, in that order of importance. So you have, especially when you're vibrating in the positive as a 235 expression talent energy, you've achieved that freedom from being focused and disciplined onto one topic or specialism, and you communicate that specialism in the 5 and the 3. They're both good communicating numbers with skill and emotional charisma that just draws people to you. They listen to every word you say. You are the best social 5 in the whole of numerology. 235, very social, very smart with people, bringing people together, communicating, influencing people, drawing them to your way of thinking. Very, very talented if you're a 235. So you're focused and you communicate your specialism with such skill, and you draw people in with such talent that everybody listens and hangs on every word you say. That's your talent that you need to use to support your life path if you're an expression number 235. But again, the 325 is very, 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 very similar to the 235, because instead of putting the 3 first, the emotional expression to an audience, you're putting working alongside others one-to-one first. So maybe a more quieter way to express. So as an expression 325, you're still talented at creating that depth of experience, setting goals and priorities and achieving freedom through self-mastery. But to achieve it, you start with one-to-one service and group service of others, working together as a team, as a part of a cohesive whole, being the mediator, being tactful and bringing people together skillfully, and then expressing your ideas with your amazing communication skills, emotionally expressing those ideas to an audience so that the audience feels that emotion with you and really goes on the journey with you, and again hangs on every word you say. So an expression number 235 in the positive, vibrating at its very best, very dry air in here. The expression number 325. So you've achieved that discipline. You have a focus. You are a master of a subject that you've achieved total freedom from that mastery of that subject. You have an amazing group of people around you. You make things happen by bringing people together with your incredible social skills, drawing people towards your friendly demeanor, your accepting, humorous energy, and draw people in with your words. People hang on every word you say. You're talented at bringing in an audience and spreading your message to them. 415. As an expression number 415, as usual, you're talented at that specialism, at that focus, achieving freedom through focus and discipline, but you do it a little bit differently. You do it most importantly with the one, so you do it with innovative, groundbreaking, unique ideas that make people's eyes widen, ideas that people go, what? When someone responds to you with what, then you know you're on the right track. You've clearly come up with a groundbreaking new idea that no one's ever heard of before, or certainly the person you are talking to has never heard of. So you're here to specialize. You're here to achieve freedom through discipline, but you need to do so in the one energy using innovative ideas and inspired leadership, and having goals and working in a step-by-step methodical manner, which is quite hard for a 5 to do. So this is quite a hard thing, because when you're an expression number 5, you have the talent and the ability to be here, there and everywhere and give your attention to every direction, but you also have the potential to be extremely focused, which is great for you. The 415, I think, finds it the most easy to use their skills because they have that 4 in their numbers, which helps to focus them down, because it's the 4 that is good at focus. It's the 4 that is good at discipline. They're the ones that would be very, very, very good at that. So expression number 415, you have ultimate freedom through focus and discipline. But to achieve this, you confidently bring your own unique, groundbreaking ideas to the world. But you do so using a planned, meticulous process with persistence and hard work to achieve the application of your ideas in the real world. So if you're shining your light, you're a 415 that is walking their path strongly. You have one topic or specialism that you've achieved freedom with. You're very focused on that specialist. Your specialist knowledge you use that specialist knowledge then to enhance your ability to be unique and creative in your specialism and in your field. Can work beautifully together. So you're very innovative within your specialism, and you achieve success in the world with hard work, planning, goal setting, and being patient and just taking each step, without rushing, without being impatient. You will get there. You will get there. Focus, commitment, mastery, innovation, hard work and planning will help you are the talents that you need to use to achieve whatever your life path number is. Remember, it always links back to that life path. Your expression number is there just to support your life path. That's your evolution for this lifetime. 505 is the 5 on steroids. The 5 is a very intuitive number, but the 505 is a banging intuitive number. The 0 in the 505 gives you added intuition and perceptions, and it helps you peek through the spiritual veil that little bit easier than a lot of other numbers. And it also enhances the focus of the 5. So your talent that you have to support your life path is intuition, perception, inner knowing, but focusing doubly on your specialism, using your own. But you can use your intuition and your perception and your enhanced perceptions to read between the lines, which can further increase and improve your ability to enhance your specialism, to be focused, to be disciplined. So a 505 in the positive, you've achieved that freedom with one discipline, one focus, one topic, one specialism. Your excellent communication skills, but you're amazingly intuitive. You can read people like a book. You can read everyone in a room, and you have an amazing ability to bring the spirits up of a group and control the emotions of a group with your intuition and your perceptions. You're charismatic, you're adaptable, you're flexible, you're adventurous, and you cope really well with change. That's the end of my video. God, that's gone quick. Not too many coughing fits. I hope you've really enjoyed my video today. If you like my video, please click the thumbs up button so I get lots of likes on my videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the bell icon so you keep up to date with my latest uploads. I'm also going to put a link to my new Udemy course on the description box. So if you feel like learning about numerology and becoming a bit of a practitioner, I've just launched my new course on Udemy, and there'll be a link to that in the description box. If you want to email me at katie@soulexplorer.net, and you can go to my website. I'm going to be adding lots of links to my website soon. I know I keep promising it, but I am. It's on my list to do. And I'm going to put links to my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter in the description box too. So you can contact me in multiple ways, but don't forget to take a look at my Udemy course. As ever, guys, trust the soul within you. Only your own perceptions and your own feelings of what is right for you. So trust that soul. It's got a lot of experience, and I'll see you soon.